Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of whatever, cool shit here on Bryce and Bigham. I don't really have a topic today. It's not record collecting from A to Z. Sorry, I look like a wet dog. Just got out the shower. But it's finally cold enough for me to break out my favorite cardigan, my Rolling Stones button-down sweater. But for today's video, we're doing our first album review on the channel. So, I'm going to be reviewing Gavin Dance's Pantheon. And this came out September 12th, I believe. It got leaked like 2 months early, which was like a big thing. But the record didn't come out till September 12th. So I'm excited to review this. This has been one of my favorite albums of the year so far. People have been fairly polarized with this, though. This is the first album since Tilian's departure from the band in a not so fun manner. So everybody was kind of like magnifying glass on Andrew Wells. So I'll start off with that. First of all, I think Andrew Wells fits in so fucking well with the band. I love his vocal range. I still love what he does. A lot of people just gripe about it, and I think it's because they don't want to deal with the change of like Tilian disappearing, but there's so many different eras with Gavin Dance, right? So I started in the Johnny Craig era. That's when I first picked up their music. That was the first stuff I was shown. And then it went Johnny Craig, Kurt Travis, and then Tilian, and now we're at Andrew Wells. And each one has their very distinct style. Like Johnny Craig is very soul-y and R&B, and Kurt Travis gets, touches in there too. And then Tilian's got his really high octave stuff. And then Andrew Wells is kind of like smack in the middle. But I think he fits in great with the band. I think he did a wonderful job on this album. And I loved War Machine when it came out and all the singles before this album. But I was so excited to hear they were putting out some new music. And I got to see them right when they released this. They played the entire album. It was my fourth time seeing Gavin Dance. I went with my roommate and my mom. And I had a blast. But without further ado, let's get right into this record. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and say off the rip, this gets like an 8 out of 10 for me. Don't listen to my opinion, maybe. My favorite Gavin Dance album is probably Instant Gratification or Downtown Battle Mountain. I just like all their shit. It's like my same opinion with Deftones. Like my favorite Deftones album is Gore, and I get shit on so much for that. But with this album, the majority of the good tracks, at least for me, are kind of stacked. So it starts off with Animal Surgery as track 1. What a way to start an album. I really love that song. I listened to it twice today, actually. And I kind of like the racing start, and it's a really fast song. And you really get to hear Andrew Wells, his whole vocal range. It's great. John Mess is great. The whole band just sounds like A1. Now, track 2 is one of the singles they released, Midnight at McGuffey's. Good song. It goes in the same vein of John Mess just saying random shit and making it fit. And that's what I love about John Mess. Like, dude could be telling me I have cancer in like a screamy manner and making it fit in a song, and I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty fire. So he's doing that this entire song. The fuck is McGuffey's? Like, I don't know. But apparently it's midnight there. But that's a great song, and that single was what got me pretty excited for this album. Robot with Human Hair, Rebirth was good. And then I liked pretty much everything else. Trapdoor was like the next song that I really liked. Strawberry's Daughters was really good. And then if I had to guess, I think the most polarizing track on this album is probably Space Cow Initiation Ritual. And that's because it uses auto-tune. I feel like a lot of people got pissed about the auto-tune. I thought it was pretty cool that George Clinton got featured in a Gavin Dance song. That doesn't fucking happen all the time. So I thought that was really cool. And then it leads right into All the Way Down, which is another great song. Got some similar elements to Animal Surgery. And then Shoulder to Cry On's good. Peak of Superstition's good. Stickler is probably like the last song on the album that I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, this rips. But yeah, so that gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Now, obviously, subjective opinion, but I also loved, Afterburner. So I really liked their newer stuff, and I really liked the direction the band's going. It is nice. Honestly, it's nice to get a fresh voice in. Tilian still has his solo stuff. I think his new band is Dead Air Divine. And they aren't that bad either. I mean, it's all up to like subjective opinion, whatever music you like, but I really think that this was a good album. It was a good thing to put out. And then I'm trying to remember whose Instagram story got posted on, but fuck. I think it was Mingus posted that they're recording DGD 12. So new album, new songs, re-recordings, who knows? But whatever they do, I'm excited for. I'm really excited for. And Dance Gavin Dance and Hail to Sun are probably tied for like the bands I've listened to the most ever, like on Spotify. Love these guys, love what they're doing, and I'm excited to see what they continue to do. But I'm interested to hear y'all's opinions. What did you guys think about this album? What tracks were your favorite? What'd you like? What you didn't like? Do you want Tilian back? Let me know. All down for it. And I'm going to start doing a lot more album reviews, especially when these like newer albums start coming in. And I'm still kind of trying to figure out how I need to do that. Do I just review the album as a whole like I did this one? Like, oh shit, 8 out of 10. Or do I go track by track? So let me know what y'all think. Deuces.